wasn't very good and wasn't very stable. So I'm hoping this handlebar mount, and I've got another couple different ones to try out, is a bit better. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can tell because my water bottle, but we're going across some bumps in the Monon, which have been here for a while. You know, a lot of the Monon's not too much of a problem, but there are parts there I could probably use a repaving or whatever, like these up here. Oh, that hurts. The beginning of the ride where, I don't know about you all, but where your body is like, oh, I don't want to do this. But yeah, it's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So it's pretty cool right now. The weather on Google said it's like 91% humidity, but I think it feels fine. I don't know what they're talking about. But lately here in central Indiana, it has been getting very hot and very humid later in the day. So really the time to ride is the mornings, where it's kind of nice and crisp like this. Leaves on the ground. We're already starting to leave the height of sun, despite the heat that occurs later in the day. We're already starting to leave the peak summertime. These are changing, you know, days getting shorter, all that shit. Here's the bridge over Drive? I think so. long time since I've uploaded anything. So, just to kind of recap all the fun stuff that's been going on in my life. So, you know, in late 2019, September 2019, my wife and I had that trip to Europe. We visited Barcelona and other parts of Catalonia. Very cool, very great. It's been a week there. That video I posted of us ordering beer at the self-service kiosk at McDonald's, like, the thing is, with the time zone changes, we were up to like 3 or 4 a.m. the first 5 or 6 days, just because of the jet lag. That we were not tired at all. And the only place, so Barcelona has this reputation for, oh, it's a late night party city, and go, 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 and stuff like that. We're like, this time we were in our upper 20s and lower 30s, and so we're not really into like the clubbing scene or whatever. And I guess if you're into that, then yeah, it is a late night scene. But you just want to hang out, get a coffee, some appetizers. No, you need to be finished by like 10, maybe 11. McDonald's in the super touristy area, right across from the House of Bones, one of the Gaudi structures. Was open until 2. So, and that was only because it was in the touristy area. In the place where we were staying, the more local area where there's also McDonald's, it was closed at midnight. But so yeah, it's like we just sat there, drank some coffees and some beers. Sat inside, but they had the entryway like completely open, so it was pretty cool. You could see the Gaudi house just straight from there. It's really nice. And then Barcelona has these great like night buses, make it super easy to get around even in the middle of the night. Then we went to Rome for a week. Did a day trip to Napoli. Napoli, oh my god, the food was amazing. The pizza was great. The gelato was good. Rome is good. I appreciate the history and stuff like that. But as a tourist, it's hard to like, you can get easily overwhelmed with the restaurants and stuff like that. You know, all the tourists are like, oh, don't go to the tourist trap restaurants, but it's very hard to like know 100%, because they're not all like stupid, fake, with British flags outside British menus and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, there's more authentic restaurants that do have English menus because of tourism and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Rome was good. I'd revisit, but like there's other parts of Italy I'd love to visit more of Napoli. You know, having only a few hours there was not satisfactory to me. Honestly, once we started getting to a groove in Rome, like what we were doing is we were getting up early, and the problem with Rome was, so in Barcelona, we just had great weather the whole day. It rained for like a couple hours one day. Apparently, Barcelona is known for its rain. I didn't know that at the time. But we were blessed with really good weather. But in Rome, it was just... In Rome, it was just hot and humid the entire time, and like if you look at how the locals dress, because you're trying to blend in, we don't get pickpocketed or anything like that. They're dressed up and stuff like that, so it's not like I can wear my shorts. Barcelona, we were pretty cash. That's pretty cool. Rome, so it was hot. So what we were doing, once we kind of got into a groove of things, we were going out early in the mornings, doing our walking around, seeing the sights, when it's like basically abandoned. And then during like the height of the day, we'd grab lunch, and then around like 1, 2, 3 o'clock, where everything really starts going to overdrive, we went back to our Airbnb and took a nap, or just rested and relaxed there, you know, because it was not only is it the peak of like tourists converging on everything, but also the hottest part of the day. I don't know, it took us a while to find a groove in Barcelona. It took us a while to find a groove in Rome. glad we got that done in 2019 because 2020 took about a lot for that. Here in 2020, I really was not on my bike that often. I was in the hospital twice for non-plague reasons. So that wasn't fun, and I was just going through some stiff, and it's like every time I would try to get back on my bike, it's like someone else would come up. So it's like I didn't ride a lot in 2020, and I really trying to refocus myself in 2021, especially over these last few months. So my original commute, and if you look at some of my older ride videos, you'll see what my commute is. I mean, I did a full video series of exactly what my daily commute was from the Castleton area, which is the northeast side of Indianapolis, to Carmel's business park area around US 31 and 116. And so then now it's like 12 and a half, 13 mile commute each way. Now with me basically being permanently working from home, it's kind of like I don't have that built-in excuse to ride, 25, 26 miles each day. So I'm like, what route can I do in the time before my shift? My shift starts at 11 a.m. now, rather than noon, and still get those miles in. But I have to do it all at the same time, which I can do 12 and a half, take an 8-hour break, and do it again. I mean, I guess I could. I work remotely, so I can technically work anywhere, but I don't want to haul my laptop around, deal with coffee house Wi-Fi or whatever. Go to our I-465 right now on the loan on. So I kind of figured out 3 routes that can get me those miles in each day. And I kind of switch around between all of them. One of the routes, and this is the one I was most this is the one I was not so sure about, was from where I live in Carmel, which is kind of like the heart of Carmel, what they call the Arts and Design District, to downtown. Well, not even to downtown anymore. I usually go to Fletcher Place to pick up some baked goods and whatnot, which is a near south neighborhood, just outside of downtown. It's probably like a good 13, 14 miles away by bike, so it's a good hour and a half or so. So I really wasn't sure if not just the pure length, but also the traffic once it hit downtown and stuff like that. There's major interstate construction, so there's a lot of traffic going on downtown. But I've been able to successfully do it. Several times. So that's one of the rides I'm doing these last several weeks. The other 2 rides I do is I kind of do a loop from Main Street in Carmel down to Zionsville, around to 106, back up the Monon. Which is a good, I don't know if that actually gets me to like 20 miles, 25, whatever. But it's a good workout. And the other, which gets me almost to like exactly 25 miles, is I take where I am at Main and Monon in Carmel, I just take Monon all the way to the end in Sheridan, Indiana. So that's probably the least challenging. I mean, it's a very straight pathway. There's only, you do have 2 bridges you have to climb up, and one of those bridges is like, the sun's just baking on you. Here's this fun little part. I can't wait for this part to be repaved. ride is just like me, like being like, I just need to be on the bike each day. Doesn't matter how many miles I get, I just need to do something. And usually there's one day or so each week where I have to do like, you know, errands. I have to do some Amazon return, pick up stuff from the grocery store or whatever. So, you know, that's just, you know, what life is like on a bike. You know, sometimes it's not all pleasure and fun. Sometimes you gotta get her done, you know. But yeah, so those are the 3 rides I do, and we're probably gonna stop right here and just walk. I don't like going over the big ass tree roots over there, so we're just gonna carry the bike.